Hello, today you're watching a sped up process of me drawing a Fennekin from Pokemon. Wait until the end to see the finished result. So anyways, in the meantime, I'll be telling you how I made this artwork. So what we're first going to do is draw out a basic sketch. That way we can trace this basic sketch when we do the line art so the art doesn't look bad. I'm thinking of positioning this Fennekin in a sitting position, so in order to do this, I use the lasso tool to alter various parts of the wireframe. I also put certain parts on separate layers to make it easier to position. Also, don't forget that the wireframe also tells me where to put certain markings, though I only use this for specific things. Also, I decided to colour in the ear tufts to make them stand out more. It wasn't that necessary, but I decided to do it. So okay, now we're on to the second section, the line art. All I do is basically just trace over the wireframe. That's simple. I also add a realistic fur texture to the areas where the Fennekin has fur. Okay, so I have nothing else to say about the line art, so I just want to address an error in this video. I said I was thinking about putting this Fennekin in a sitting position, but I actually put them in a standing position. I'm sorry about this error. So anyways, now we're on to the colouring, and like with all of my art videos, how I do this is basically pick colours from the Fennekin images. I use them so I can be more faithful to the source material. Then I use the lasso tool to highlight an area, and then I use the fill-in tool to fill in the area very quickly. It's also done so none of the colours go out of bounds. It's because that would look quite unprofessional. Sometimes I draw on the colours myself. Okay, so now we're on to the shading. And what I do with this is basically just use a tinted airbrush of a white and a black colour. And then I use the lasso tool to highlight areas to shade them in, so none of it goes out of bounds for reasons stated in the colouring section. Also, here's a clever thing I did with the ears. I made the airbrush itself 50 opacity rather than the layer, so I can overlap them to give the illusion of the ear going darker as you further progress through it, which gives the art a more 3D effect. So now that I've stated everything that I need to say about the shading, I just want to tell you something that might be coming soon to this channel. I might change my profile picture into something more modern soon. And do you know why? It's because I've got a new logo and my old profile picture uses the old one, so we want to be up to date. And also I just want to make a profile picture that's more aesthetically pleasing. So you may be telling me, but that's not Pokemon fan art. Well, this art channel is for me to draw whatever digital art I want to post on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. And it can be anything, not just Pokemon. I just like drawing Pokemons on Twitter X. So don't expect it to all be Pokemon. You got that? So anyways, now I turned the background grey and the Fennekin transparent so I can see where I'm actually shading so I don't make a mistake. While I can still shade on the white without these helpful tools, I still want to do it like this. It's because, well, it's more efficient. So okay, now we're on to the background, and this one's going to resemble the Sprigatito one, but fire element themed. It's because, well, Fennekin's a starter, and I want to be consistent with all of the starter images that I draw, more specifically the first stage ones, so this is justified. So okay, we're just drawing in fire symbols and giving them Fennekin coloured outlines, and you get the point. So okay, here's the finished result. Now that's a cute fox. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this content, then I recommend subscribing as more videos like this will be coming out in the future. You can follow my Twitter or X account for these arts to come out on Twitter before the speed paints. Goodbye.